Hello and welcome to Tell the People, a program about our Catholic faith with news and information in and around the Catholic Diocese of Lafayette. I'm Stephanie Bernard. In today's show, for our interview segment, today we will highlight pre-produced video about the Lenten tradition, Operation Rice Bowl. Father Michael Champine's talk is about the Stations of the Cross. In this segment, what it means to be Catholic. And in a conversation with Bishop Michael Gerald, Monsignor Richard Green interviews Bishop Gerald about meeting with legislators. And now, Catholic news on this March 4th weekend. Catholics are strongly encouraged to receive the sacrament of reconciliation in preparation for the celebration of Easter. This is a list of upcoming penance services and opportunities for confession. Other opportunities are available, and individuals are advised to refer to their local church parish bulletin for such schedules. Our Lady of Lourdes Church in Erat has scheduled additional confession times from 4 to 6 p.m. on every Wednesday during Lent. The opportunity for confession will also be available at the church from 4 to 8 p.m. during Holy Week. On March 7th, St. Bernard's Church in Breaux Bridge will host one of 5 regionally sponsored opportunities for confession in the Central Region. Several priests will be available to hear confessions from 6:45 to 8 p.m. From March 7th through the 8th, confessions will be heard at Immaculate Conception Church in Washington each evening after the parish mission, which begins at 6:30 p.m. Again, other opportunities are available, and individuals are advised to refer to their local church parish bulletin for such schedules. The Lenten season is one of intense reflection and preparation for the coming celebration of Easter Sunday. To help guide Catholics throughout the area in these endeavors, many churches offer Lenten missions. This is not a complete list. Individuals are encouraged to refer to their local church parish bulletins for additional events and information. From March 12th through the 13th, St. Anthony's Church in Lafayette will host its Lenten revival with Father Stephen Brown. The revival will begin at 6:30 p.m. each evening. For more information, call 234-5855. Also, from March 12th through the 13th, Sacred Heart of Jesus Church in Broussard will host Matthew Kelly's Rediscovered Catholicism. The presentations will begin at 6:30 p.m. each evening. For more information, call 837-1864. From March 12th to the 14th, St. Mary Magdalene Church in Abbeville will host Father Joshua Guillory, pastor of Sacred Heart Church in Ville Platte. The mission is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. each evening. Also, from March 12th to the 14th, Immaculate Heart of Mary Church in Lafayette will present Seeking God, Finding God. A musical prelude will begin at 6:45 p.m. each evening, with the mission to be conducted from 7 to 8 p.m. Also, from March 12th to the 14th, Our Lady of Lourdes Church in Erat will host its parish mission with Father Clint Trahan, beginning at 6 p.m. each evening. From March 12th to the 15th at 7 p.m., St. Anne's Church in Cow Island will host Deacon Cody Miller on Tuesday and Thursday, confession at 5 p.m. Mass at 6 p.m., followed by the mission. Also, from March 12th to the 15th, St. Pius X Church in Lafayette will host Road to Emmaus. The sessions will be held at 7 p.m. each evening. Also, from March 12th to the 15th, St. Anthony's of Padua Church in Eunice will host its parish mission beginning at 6:30 p.m. each evening. Coming up next, for our interview segment today, we will highlight a pre-produced video about the Lenten tradition, Operation Rice Bowl.
When I give to the Rice Bowl, I am making a difference in the world.
God doesn't know borders, and we are all one family.
It's a way for me and our family to connect to other people around the world.
I deeply believe that global solidarity will transform the world.
It gives us a way to live out our faith and our values in a very specific way.
Operation Rice Bowl gives us that opportunity to practice the disciplines of Lent, of prayer, fasting, and performing the acts of charity. It enables us to pray not only for ourselves and for change within ourselves, but also to pray for those throughout the world. But it's one more simple way to see ourselves as brothers and sisters and not strangers to one another.
Rice Bowl is really situated to be the program for a parish during Lent because of the prayer, fasting, almsgiving, and learning, and also because it incorporates Catholic social teaching. Every Mass during Lent is going to have a prayer petition for Operation Rice Bowl, the countries, the people, the situation. The primary thing is about learning about the people of the world, becoming, being in solidarity with them. And actually then what happens is the more they learn about the situations, then they're moved to fast and give and pray for them.
I would say that fasting is an action of solidarity, because when people don't have food across the world, then out of compassion for them, we can give up something small, and having a simple meal, or giving up something that we're very accustomed to out of habit.
Good. That looks
I
great.
personally really like the calendar and the recipes that are on the calendar, and hearing about the stories, and just living and eating simply is a great reminder for us as a family.
The Holy Spirit, amen. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Okay. Okay, we have one cuento.
It's really important for us to raise our children with the spirit of giving to others. And Operation Rice Bowl is just a great way for us to engage our children in daily giving. And I think the thing that we love about Operation Rice Bowl is just the little coins add up. And so it doesn't need to be one big check, but lots of people uniting in one common faith with little coins. It all adds up, and it's going to make a large difference. It's going to make a big, significant difference.
We're going to be talking about people in countries that may have a harder life than we do.
I like to learn about people overseas because you can kind of then feel more like you have more of a bond between them as a human. And I think it's important because then you get to know how other people live, and how just by a small amount of money it can make a big difference in multiple people's lives.
Having a connection with our brothers and sisters around the world is essential to who we are as Catholics. We speak of the Eucharist in terms of communion, and for us to live out communion, we need to be in contact and connected to the people around us in our community and the people on the other side of the world. So instead of just telling students about problems in the world, we want to give them an opportunity to give. We want to give them the chance to take what they've learned and put it into action.
For Operation Rice Bowl here at Archbishop Mitty, we usually just give each individual student their own rice bowl, and we take it, we bring them home, and we donate our own money, and right before spring break we bring them back and turn them in. But we also have class donations, and I feel that Operation Rice Bowl really makes students think about other people instead of themselves. I think that it really makes them open their minds and think about other countries. I think it brings out a more selfless side of students.
Operation Rice Bowl is a wonderful way to plug right into the liturgical year during Lent. It's a great Lenten program. We make it a practice to really promote Operation Rice Bowl with all of our schools and all of our parishes. And We've noticed an increasing number of people, parishes and schools that are really interested in the material. The educational materials are quite good. It presents age-appropriate programs for children. Our directors of religious education really enjoy it.
There are so many resources to supplement and help a school get started. So the website is filled with prayers and information and instructions. You don't have to start from ground zero with Operation Rice Bowl.
It's very easy to get involved with your own life and your own concerns and not be able to look beyond yourself. And I think in a shrinking world, it's very important for us to be able to do that. I think Operation Rice Bowl is really a very good method to do that.
And it gives us the concrete way of giving and sharing and how we can be of service to not only to ourselves but to one another and to the world.
Coming up next, Father Michael Champlain's talk is about the Stations of the Cross. In this segment, what it means to be Catholic.
It's happening in schools and schoolyards. A timeless tradition is rekindled with every new class, in every new face. In Louisiana Catholic schools, learning goes beyond textbooks and testing. Students are embracing faith, values, leadership skills, and of course, a classic history of academic excellence. Invest in success. Louisiana Catholic Schools, a class of their own.
Good morning, and welcome back to Tell the People What It Means to Be Catholic. During this Lenten season, we're doing a little catechesis on Lent, which we did last time, and then a particular devotion that is characteristic of our Lenten discipline or regimen, which is very common in our churches on Fridays, being prayed throughout the diocese, but really throughout the world, and that is the Stations of the Cross. The Stations of the Cross mentioned a number of times in the Catechism of the Catholic Church about a popular form of piety of the faithful. And this particular form of piety, the Catechism says, needs to be considered in catechesis, which we do in what it means to be Catholic. A little understanding, a deeper understanding, so that we can understand why we have these practices as Catholics, and so that we might be able to utilize them in a more effective manner. The Station of the Cross, if you go into a Catholic church, there's a number of distinctive characteristics. We have an altar where the sacrifice of the Mass is celebrated daily. We have in our churches along the nave, normally the Stations of the Cross. The Stations of the Cross are paintings or carvings or bas-relief, marble, statuary, which depict 14 events which either through the scriptures or through tradition are events recorded in Jesus' walk from his condemnation by Pilate in the Praetorium through the city of Jerusalem, outside the city, to the place of the skull, Golgotha, where he was crucified, and then laid in a nearby tomb, we call the Holy Sepulchre. And so this is the practice of, led by the priest or the deacon, or made on one's own. Some can be made any time of the year, but to move with a movement from each image, to ponder that particular event, which is a mystery, because the Son of